To start, we need to go to photopea.com. There's a link in Schoology, and we are then going to click New Project. If I ever save my picture and I need to start again, I would instead click Open from Computer. But for this video, we need to start a new project, so we're going to click there. And there's a bunch of different sizes. We want to click on Print, and we are going to go with Letter. Now this is just the size of a normal piece of paper. And what we're going to do is you got to decide if you're going to go vertical or horizontal. I think for mine, I want to go horizontal, which means side to side. So I'm going to click this button right here. And then I am going to click Create. In your document, it might look something like this instead on the side. We do need to have our layers. So this is the layers button. We're going to open that and it's going to look like this. All right, that way we can see everything that's going on here. The next step is we have to get our image. Now by now you should have downloaded it from Schoology, but if not, you need to go do that. So we're going to go to File, Open. It's going to open this up. Yours might look a little bit different, and then you're going to go find it, open it up, and you'll notice it opens up as a separate document. All right, now we need to get this picture onto this document. So what we're going to do is we're going to use those hotkeys that we practiced, and we're going to do Control A for Select All, and then we're going to do Control C for Copy. We're going to pop over back to our new project, then we're going to hit Control V and it's going to paste it. It should paste it as a second layer, so there's the background, which is white, and then layer 1. I am going to rename that layer just so that I can keep track of it. And now I can move this around and I need to decide how big I'm going to want it to be. So to change the size of this, I want to make sure that I'm on this tool, the Move tool. I'm going to go up to Edit, Transform, and I'm going to click Scale. So now yours might be locked like this. It doesn't matter either way. It actually works a little bit easier this time if it's locked. We are going to make it bigger. And I think I am going to, I'm going to make it nice and big like that. If you want, you can try to fill the whole picture. I like to leave a little bit of white space on the end. I'm going to crop just a little bit of that off there. And so now my picture goes from top to bottom. If you want instead to leave a white border around the outside, you can do that. That's fine. That is completely up to you. But to match the example that I've shown you, I am going to go from top to bottom. Alrighty. So once I'm happy with it, I can either hit Enter or I can hit this little check mark up here for confirming it. Once it's confirmed, it'll stay that size. Now I can still move it around if I want. So like if I want to crop off a little bit more or a little bit less, that's fine. The next step is we have to make our color bars. All right, so I have to find my first color. I am going to start, I think I'm going to start with my reds. So I am going to find my lightest red. So we're going to come over here to these tools. We're going to click on the eyedropper tool. And if you click and hold, you'll notice that it changes as you move it around. So if I'm looking for a light red is just pink. So I could go super duper light, or I could just go with kind of light. I think I'm going to go with this one. And then you let go, and you'll notice down in this box down here, we now have a color. It's no longer black and white. So I need to make a new layer because I don't want to mess up this flowers layer. So in order to do that, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click this button. If I hover over it, it says new layer. And you'll notice it made a lovely layer. I want to go up to this box right here. This is the select tool. And we want a rectangle select. So just like the select tool in other programs, you just click and drag. And I've got myself a little box. These little dancing ants that go around the outside, that'd be the marquee. And then I need to switch to the paint bucket tool. Your paint bucket tool might look like this at first, but what you're going to do is you're going to click and hold on it so that you can get to the paint bucket tool. Go back up to your box, click inside, and it should fill. Now, I need to do that 5 more times. So instead of making a new layer every time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy, so Control C, and I'm going to paste, Control V. You'll notice it gave me a second layer. You can't see it because it's right on top of the other one. So what I'm going to do is move it by going back over here to the Move tool, move it down, and now I need to change this color. So I need to find my medium red, go back to your eyedropper tool, find a good medium red. I'm gonna go with this one. Go back to your paint bucket tool and click on your second rectangle. We are just gonna keep doing these steps until we have all of our boxes. So once again, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. I should have a new layer now. Move my layer. Find my new color with my eyedropper tool. And I need a dark red. So I'm going to go in here into the flower. Paint bucket tool. Click on the box. Now let's say I accidentally clicked in the wrong spot and I did something like this. Remember, we know the shortcut for undo. It's the same in Photopea. So that's just Control Z and I can undo. So just keep that in mind in case you mess up anywhere. But I'm going back. I am copying this layer. I am pasting it. Now I'm starting my greens. So I am going to start with my dark green. Click on my eyedropper tool. Go to the dark areas of green. I could go down there, maybe up here. Get some nice dark green up there. I forgot to move my rectangle. Paint bucket tool. Click. Control C for copy, Control V for paste. Move the rectangle. Oh, it didn't copy. That's okay. It should have copied. Oh, it pasted here. So you can kind of see on the picture what's happening is I copied this guy again. That's a-okay. I'm going to just move that one instead. Now I think I might be running out of space here. So what I'm going to do, because I still have to get another box in and I kind of want them evenly spaced, is I am going to select all of these. So what I can do is click this top one, hold my Shift key, and click this bottom one. So they should all be kind of that lighter gray now. I'm going to go to my folder. Down here it says new folder when you hover over it. And if I click it, it's going to put them all into a folder. The reason why we did that is because we are now going to change kind of the shape of all of these at the same time. So we're going to go back up to that edit, transform, and we want to transform the scale. Now this time you're going to want to make sure that this little link button isn't dark, because if it's dark, it means that we can only change it so that they are the same. But we don't want that. We want to be able to make them skinnier if we need to, Or maybe you're like, I didn't make them long enough, Miss Covart. That's fine. I need to make mine skinnier, so I'm going to do that. Because I can always make them bigger for once I'm done and I've got all my boxes in there. But I want to make sure I have enough space. So once again, we have to hit the confirm button. And then I am going to make sure I'm on the right layer. Boop-a-doop. So this is the layer that I'm on. I'm going to put that back. And now I need a medium green. So I can go pretty much anywhere in this picture. Maybe I'm covering up a good medium green. So if I wanted to kind of check out what's underneath those, I can hit these little eyes right here. And I kind of like that green right in there. So I'm going to go with, this guy right here. I'm going to put that back on so that I can see it. Paint bucket tool, click the box. So that's kind of a big jump. That might need to be my light green instead. So I'll just move it down. I'll copy that and paste it. Move this guy up. So I need to find something that's between these two colors. So darker than the other one, but lighter than the one that's my dark. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna click on the box, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to select all of these again. So I can select, so I'm gonna click at the top there, hold shift, click at the bottom, and up along the top, you're going to notice there's these up here. What these are going to do is they are going to align them for us so that we don't have to sit there and try to figure it out ourselves. So we are going to click this one right here, and that makes it so that the center of those boxes are all the same. And then this button right here makes it so that the space between them is all the same. So you'll notice it did all that nice and made it all organized for us. But I am noticing that they are still kind of small and I've got some extra space. So I'm going to click on the folder. I'm going to go up to Edit, Transform, Scale. And then I think I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger like this so that there's a little bit more space in there. Oh, I have to hit the check mark. And so now I've got my picture and my boxes. Now I need to figure out what the colors are for their names. So in order to do that, we are going to start, let's start with our pink up here, our light red. We need to get that color again. We're going to click on it, and down here where this color is, we're going to click on that. It's going to give you all this information. What we want is the hex code. The hex code is right here. We want all of that. We're going to copy it. And then we are going to go to the website Color Namer. There's a link in your Schoology. And so we're going to paste it here. And it's going to tell us the name. This one is Corinthian Pink. So I'm going to go back here, close that, and I need to make a text box. To make a text box, I hit the T over here, and then I am just going to make it about that wide. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that number in again. And I am going to put a little hashtag in front of it. Now, your color might be black instead. If you want it, or like mine's white and I don't want white on this pink. So I'm going to select all that's there, go up here, and I'm going to switch this over to black because that should be a little bit easier to see. Then underneath, I am going to type in Corinthian Pink. So remember, you can always come back here. If you want to copy this, you can. Or you can freehand it. and then paste it. And we want that title, that Corinthian pink title, we want that to be bold. We want it to stand out more. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to select all of it. So remember, if you click a couple times, it'll select it for us. And up here, we are going to change this to bold. And then we're going to click the check mark to confirm. And so now I have a lovely little box here that has the hex code on top and then the color on the bottom, okay? And you get to decide kind of where you want it. Maybe instead of, just like in Google Slides, you can change the alignment. So maybe you want them in the center instead. That is up to you. I kind of like it on the side like this. And then I'm just gonna kind of, you can put it in the middle, you can put it up top. I'm kind of gonna put mine right there for right now. And now I need to do this for each color going down. To do that, just like with the boxes, I'm going to copy and paste, move it on down, switch back over to my color picker, grab this color again, click on the box, copy this code, Control C, go back to color namer, paste, Control V. I have vivid crimson. So I'm going to go in here. Oh, I need my text tool. Hit the T, click your text tool. So first things first, we need to, oh, this is kind of hard with, I made my cursor really big so that you guys could see it, but it makes it hard for me to, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Now I can't see the thing. So I need, I'm going to make my layers go away. Boop, that did not make my layers go away. Okay. I'm going to zoom out one more. There we go. Now I can see it. So I'm going to paste there. And then here, that's going to be the name. So I'm going to do Vivid Crimson. Copy, Control C. Paste, Control V. Oh, it didn't paste. Why is it not pasting? Let's try that again. I have a sneaking suspicion that it pasted. Yep, it pasted a lot. So I have to go in and I have to delete some of these. You can kind of tell if it did that because sometimes it'll, like you can see that it'll start going lower than the thing, than the box. So if that happens to you, you can just kind of mess around with it. This one I might want to change to white. I want to see what it looks like as white because, oh, if I select all, it looks like I've got even more words down below. So I better go in and delete those. Got 2 whole more lines down there. Okay, there we go. So if I select all, I want to see what it looks like in white because that might show up a little bit better on this color. I think that does. All right, so now I am going to once again copy and paste, move it on down, click on the eyedropper tool, pick up your color, go to color namer, drop it in there, Control V. Oh, it did not copy. I forgot to do this part. Silly Miss Covart. Now I can go in and paste it. All right, berry chocolate. Go back to my text tool. Put in that hex code that we copied. Put in the name. Okay. Copy the layer, paste the layer. Move tool, move the layer. eyedropper tool, get the color, click on the color, copy the hex code, colornamer.com, paste the hex code, Balsam of Peru. Haven't heard of that one. Click OK. Go back to your text tool. Go to your hex code, replace it. You can either type this or you can copy it and paste it. Alrighty, I've got 2 more colors to do. So copy, Control C, paste, Control V, move it. Eyedropper tool, get the color, click the color, copy the hex code, go to color namer, put in the hex code, tree shade. Remember, if your colors don't match mine, that is just fine, because you might have grabbed from somewhere else. You'll notice that a lot of these aren't matching the one that I showed you guys in class, and that's fine. There are a gajillion different color options in the world. Switch to the text tool, click on my hex code, paste the new hex code. I probably could have typed this one, but put in the name. One more, and then I'm done. Copy the layer, Control C, paste the layer, Control V, move it on down. And this one, I can already tell I need to make it black. So I'm gonna need to remember to do that. So eyedropper tool then, get the color, click the color, copy the hex code, go to color namer, paste the hex code, stalk. I'm guessing it's like corn stalk. All right, go back, click on your text tool. Oop. Nope, I just want that. Paste. Oh, I lost my, that's okay. I can go in and retype my hashtag. Hashtag. I'm not gonna go copy that because I can type that one in. That one I can do on my own. All right. Now, oh, I forgot to change the color of that one. So I'm gonna go back to my text tool. I'm gonna make sure I've clicked on that layer and I'm gonna make it black. Now I'm gonna click on my move tool. And because I've been hand moving these, what's gonna probably happen is that they don't line up. So just like before, we're gonna select them all. So click this one, go to the bottom, hold shift, click this one. And I'm gonna kind of line them all up. And then I'm gonna move them all at the same time. And then it might work, it might not, but I'm gonna try kind of, there we go. It kind of, I did the whole space evenly thing. It sort of works, it sort of doesn't. It all depends on where you put them. You can do that one by hand if you want. But once you're happy with it, oh, wrong one. We have to save this, okay? Now, let's say I got halfway through this. I would have needed to save before this point, okay? So to save, if I'm done with this, I'm not editing this anymore, I'm actually gonna export. So, File, Export As. But if I am gonna be editing this again, I'm gonna do File, Save As, and then I'm gonna call this Example Flowers. And the file extension is .psd. That's a Photoshop file, which Photopea can open up again later. So I'm going to click Save. And what this is going to do is it's going to save all that layers and information. But if I'm done with it, I'm going to go to File, Export, and we are going to export it as a JPEG. And then, so I have example flower because I already typed it. You can bump it up in quality if you want. And then just click save. You might get a little bit of a pop-up here. So it should now be in your folders, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to open up a file, like a saved file, on a different video. So like that PSD that we just saved, I'm gonna show you how to do that on a different one. But other than that, we are done with our example flowers.